FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
What up, world? This is Grammy music producer Ryan Ghost Bowser rocking it out with First Fam West Radio and your man's Mr. Illustrator. And on the ones and twos, we got Crazy D. Spin that, man.
Keep the tools in the box, fans wanna stop it. Mom's on like cocaine. I'm a fly human being, money is the reason. No, it ain't about those games. Keep the tools in the box, the haters wanna stop it. Mom's on like cocaine. Pure white, Peruvian, take flight, ride the wind, long nights, getting it in. Is this the life of a hooligan? Ninjas on the street, they trying to avoid the chalk. Talk it out, maybe after let the heat spark. Gunshots, bury victims in the dirt quick. Circle of death, calling it the work shift. Mind blown, mind gone. Just took a life he don't care about his own. But this is what the youth talk, turned up. Mommy offered those pills, plus she coked up. Out to celebrate, told it's the last days. Racing, chase away the pain, love is lame. Ain't no shame, she peeling off her lace and things.
FirstFamRadio.com. FirstFamRadio.com.
A one, a two, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ay, 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 little mom. Ay, call it Finette, that's my mafia twin from Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitch going down. You politicking on instant, I'm out loading rounds. Smoked his brother, smoking his brother, now we in the cloud. Played our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living, it's just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now, okay? Diamonds dancing, it's off a lick, I like to rob people. Keep it on me, unfortunately, I done shot people. Not legal, nigga, I'm a spinner, we are not equal. Non-lethal, John Cena the poor, I could not see. Long live to leave it, hood boy was quick to squeeze a trigger. If your son ever hungry, doggy, I'll kill for that nigga. I die for the street that I post on with my killers. That is not my baby. Lately I've been focused on Skrilla. I can't tell you what, just know the code word is DJing. That's a highlight play, buddy, we gon' replay it. Well known gorillas from my city, they know we famous. You ain't talking no money, get in line and keep waiting, keep hating. I promise it's coming, little Larry, be patient. I had to cut this bitch off, she got feelings attached. I'll burn this motherfucker down to the ground, to the building collapse. Don't listen to your music, that shit weak and I'm knowing it's cap. 5.56 fly out ARP, ain't no holding these back. You speaking on my dead, it's okay, you for surely getting smacked. Don't need a microphone, but you know it's for solely a rap. Big eye busters, the enemies is for soaking wet. Don't believe none of your story, that shit make believe. 223s, you ain't ducking nothing, this could shoot through trees. Cold word, mental cycle, I came to make a pussy bleed. It ain't a bitch on this earth I'm gon' ever need. I tore down they ever run up on me, shit, I ain't having it. You sure not a killer, we heard you did that shit on accident. I told these niggas I'm from Gorilla Gang Mafia. Yo, B and keep watching me, tell her put down them binoculars. I beef with the whole city, give a fuck about being popular. Not affiliated with none of my people, so we robbing. I get busy with two, they start calling me Sunday bread, I'm a real life sparker, don't worry, twin, that's on my car. Hey, why you dissing me on the net? We from the same city. Always leave the house with it on me, yes it came with me. Trying to catch a body, you should not come playing games. I'm a rock star with a drum, so you know I got it on stage. Outside thugging on this block, cause I have no home. Kill a nigga playing with my bro if he right or wrong. Stand dead in his face and that's his fuck nigga, what's happening? Like a donkey in his club, it's okay, we get the dragging niggas out. If it get tricky, shit I'm passing, it's time to pass on the house. If you can lie dead in my face, I can smack you dead, no mouth. You off this pistol, I don't believe you gon' shoot it. I ain't breaking nothing down, if you want it, dog, we into it. Been a couple times they had me, fortunately they blew it. Trying to keep my mind inside of my head, cause usually I lose it. Think you really gon' touch me, you must be motherfucking stupid. Chop a big as Rasputin, get a boner. Call Call it Finette, that's my mafia twin from Jordan Downs. Raise a finger, that's on gorillas, bitches going down. You politicking on instant, and I'm out loading rounds. Smoked his brother, smoking his brother, now he in the clouds. Played our freestyle in the courtroom, Brody lost his trial. Doing dope all around the kid, so she lost her child. See, this mafia way of living is just our lifestyle. It ain't no waiting, I'm impatient, let's get busy right now, okay?
Yeah, I wanna try till I get a meal. I give a fuck, fuck how you feel. Cause bitch, I'm a dealer. Bitch, I'm a dealer. Bitch, I'm a dealer. Bitch, I'm a dealer. I want the Benz right out of the dealership. Bitch, I'm a dealer. I don't know who the fuck you think you dealing with. Bitch, I'm a dealer. I wanna try till I get a meal. I give a fuck, fuck how you feel. Cause bitch, I'm a dealer. I'm on the block, 99 like I got a job. I just use my eyes, I don't need a car. I'm not surprised you want me to forward. I got it on and I get it off. I'm in the projects, I'm in the loss. I'm taking losses, all in the process, but it's part of being a boss. All of my niggas are hard in that song. Say he gon' shoot, but he probably not. Man, he a bitch, he just piss when he squat. I ride a sando to me, bro on the cot. I give me a Pete and I trap out the spot. Auntie say start running in and out. Niggas still running in the drought. Take baby mama and I'm fucking him out. You wanna get straight, I'ma lock. If I push wet, I'ma pop. Jackets, they on me, think they got the green light red. Beam, make them stop. Ain't nothing over here soft. Please don't think about running off. Yeah, 2 niggas with 100 rounds. Yeah, I'm guns drumming at your house. I wanna try till I get a meal. I give a fuck. Fuck how you feel. Cause bitch, I'm a dealer. 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 I want the Benz right out of the dealership. Bitch, I'm a dealer. I don't know who the fuck you think you dealing with, bitch, I'm a dealer. I wanna try till I get a meal. I give a fuck, fuck how you feel. Cause bitch, I'm a dealer. I had to play every day, even hit one when I wake up. Please just do me a favor, and don't do me no favors. Ain't no more block today. I had to cook all the shake up. Just bring me all of that money. I don't wanna see no new faces. I'm selling white, I'm not racing. It's a marathon, not a race. Still moving at a steady pace. Just can't be last place. Ask God to keep me safe. I'ma kick your door off the hinges. I'ma take whatever in it. Move wrong, bullets coming out to see me. Ambition got dry like a Hemi. Sound a lot, little nigga, do you hear me? It's in the air, little nigga, do you feel it? Lock the trap down, I'ma make a killing. Put the glide down now for a minute. The way ADD, it ain't really. Can you please pay me, I need bench? Can you please pay me, I need bitch? I wanna try till I get a meal. I give a fuck, fuck how you feel. Cause bitch, I'm a dealer. 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 I want the Benz right out of the dealership. Bitch, I'm a dealer. I don't know who the fuck you think you dealing with. Bitch, I'm a dealer. I wanna try till I get a meal. I give a fuck, fuck how you feel. Cause bitch, I'm a dealer.
Everything I really gonna get, everything I want, I really gonna get. Put a bill up on it. My diamonds and ladies steady put a bitch. I'm desperate for money, hands steady itch. Talking about real estate will pique my interest. Know the fuck women, nah, that's industry. Keeping in the street, that's industry. Street starter, I made it in chemistry. Only thing
Stay tuned. We're gonna have XS Joey in the building.
Keeping in the street, that's industry.
Shout out to Lil Larry, man. Mafia style. Yeah, it's Sunday bread, man. Tapping in. Appreciate everybody. It's gonna catch on the replay or what. Gotta change the music a little, man. Yo, what up, brother Push, man? What it do? Yeah. Brother Push just dropped a banger. We're gonna get to that later in the show. Can all creatures, creation, be saved? Just drop that joint, man. We're gonna get into that a little later in the show. Y'all see right there. You see that thumbnail. Let me take this shit across real quick. Alright, so y'all make sure y'all tap in. We gonna get to that a little later. But yeah, man, shit. What's good? What's good? Hope everybody in good spirits. Y'all know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Today's Sunday bread service. Today's service. Thou shalt not hate your brother. Leviticus 19, 17, and 18. King James Version. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise revoke thy neighbor, and not suffer sin upon himself. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am the Lord. So we start off with that. We got CIARESSA Shields responding to Remy Ma. Remy Ma done put some words out disrespectful against her, and so she gonna set the record straight. We're gonna get into that. We got P4 Kelly, man, is on his way to the slammer, man. It's looking like it for all these charges that's coming out, and some video footage of him beating up on a woman. I don't want to judge, but it looked like a woman of the night, but he was beating on her. And that footage is out there. Him having those charges, being charged for pimping and pandering minor or whatnot, trafficking a minor or pimping on a minor. You think he'll be able to walk the main line? That was the question. Got dreaming for him. Drop some content. Gonna get to that. Then I'm hearing Tekashi 6ix9ine almost got kidnapped. Damn. So we're gonna get into that phone call. Shout out to 10 Toes Down. And the Chicago man that unalived the guy at the, I guess it was the gas station or what. I guess he was out doing his thing, hustling or whatnot. And the dude, female, was in front of him. I don't know. Maybe he was flirting or maybe he wasn't. The dude got out, got into a little confrontation and unalived him. Took him out right there. Tory Lane is saying that the guy that poked him up said that he was put a bag on his head. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get to that. But I'm hearing that he was flirting with his old lady. His old lady was starstruck. Hit him hard. He didn't like that. So we're gonna get to that. And Lynn Davis, man, the dirty cop, the Ninth Ward, ROBO cop, put a hit out on Kim Groves, Derrick's grandmother. Is this Derrick's revenge? And are y'all, what y'all feel? He on the run right now. They ain't called him yet. I say, man, I keep running. What y'all think? We got KARMELO Anthony, unalived case unfolds as he is charged with murder, self-defense. I think they just brought the charges down. I don't know. We're gonna get into it. It's like a high number, high focus, man, something like that. And Chopper City speak on Kid Cudi testimony in P. Diddy's, ex-trafficking case. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Shout out to Z-Banger 2.0. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe over there. Let's get to it, man.
But end up deleting it. The live was about.
I know what y'all think. Y'all think Remy going out? She going out like like a bitter ass female. She mad. She want Papoose back. She was caught cheating. I heard she had it. She gonna speak on it.
Remy Ma, and we gonna get into it. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Peace.
All right, well, first, if anybody on here been following when everybody learned about me and Pat from December, I will start by
Salute to
saying
the homie
that
Sherm in the
we
building.
were private for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Get to this Sunday
And I really
bread.
was enjoying our private relationship, and I enjoy our relationship now. But I just find it so crazy that a lot of y'all.
I feel that Papoose came up, man. She a pretty old dime piece, you know. And she could box. She put Remy on her back. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you need somebody to go bang out with you, pick up Remy. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bang out with you.
Owe me an apology. Who I know it's a couple haters on here, whatever, some fans too. But anybody that was on here, if you had once my number got leaked by Remy Ma in December, if any of y'all text my phone, called my phone,
Is that the
you
feedback
called
from
me a
you?
side chick.
Yeah, that's coming from you. You may have to refresh.
Y'all was calling me a home wrecker. Just for her to come out today and tell y'all what I had already told y'all, that she had a boyfriend for 2-3 years, and y'all was coming at me, disrespecting me, wondering why I didn't respond. You damn right, I was promoting my movie and I was promoting my fight. I was not about to get into something that, one, why y'all asking me, oh, why you doing all this over this woman, husband, and all this bullshit, when I'm like, bro, we been together. We go to sleep on the phone all the time. We freaking talk on the phone all day. We be together in person. So for me to be getting called all these different names and the truth finally comes out is crazy. Now that the truth is out, don't even give me no apology. Get your damn ticket to your fight July 26th. That's the only way you can apologize to me. Everybody that was texting me, when my number was leaked, who was making videos about me, just lying.
Say, get that
talking
bag.
about
I need that bag.
Oh, what y'all be saying? What do these haters be saying? I don't even want to give them too much recognition. All this, oh, I wasn't raised right. I got low self-esteem. I got this. I got that. I ain't got no low self-esteem. Nothing. I'm a bad, fly, rich ass bitch. That's what we gonna start there. And then also too, like, I'm very secure. I'm very paid. I am very blessed. And to have this stuff even be tied to me, that's why nobody speaks on her name, because I never wanted them to put me and her name in the same sentence, because we're not fighting over a man. And Pink Diamond, I've been waiting to say this to somebody who said that he filed for divorce. She didn't file.
Yeah.
So now let's just continue to go from there. So now that up in February, once me and Pap actually decided to come out on our own terms at the fight, when we decided to come out up on our own terms, then after that, the blogs picked it up and all this stuff, and everybody's still talking about all this stuff. And I hate how y'all skipped over the main part. Why would, if he knocked this dude out, if he knocked this dude out, right? And then they separated. He was separated way before I came into the equation. So anybody who even came at me talking anything is crazy. And the people like, oh, why didn't you respond back in December? I don't have to argue over what I'm doing. Fighting over somebody? I'm not fighting over nobody. We together. We chose each other. So that was my whole issue with the thing. And then for they to come out and she got all these pictures and videos with this other fella who nobody want to even mention. Come on, man. Me and Pat was in peace, bro. We still in peace. We still happy. We good. We just hate that now it's so many lies and narratives that got to be cleared up, especially up on his end. Now, let me get into why I never spoke on her. I never spoke on Remy because I felt like it wasn't even nothing to be spoken about. Me and you not beefing. I'm not beefing with you over a dude. He not going back and forth with both of us. He chose me and left that situation. So now we done posted the video of us hitting we fucking working out together. We got the media workout together. He made a freestyle about me, and then
Okay, yeah, at this moment, she deleted the video. She stopped the video. She got a call.
Yeah, Sharon. I think Remy went out bad because he said she called him trying to get back with him. So she got like suffering for bipolar. Yeah, that's crazy.
She worried about her career.
Talking about the boxer or
Remy. You had that whole stability thing. That was part of the career.
Now it's like she went and got a low-class version of a papoose. The dude, what they call him, easy to block captain, easy to knock out captain. That's what they call him now. So, shit, hey. Y'all already checked out Papoose response. Let's get to this. So, man, we got this guy, P4 Kelly. This is him when he was caught up in the courtroom.
Look at Cub, bro. He just said hit the stairs. Nigga just said hit the stairs. Now he finna make a scene. I'm finna beat on Cub in the middle of the court. I just want to fade. What are we doing? Can I get a fade? Can I get a fade? Why are you running from the camera? Can I get a fade? Can I get a fade? You can't get no strap in the court. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. Yo, water on the dead homie. Hey. Nigga, didn't hit the staircase. Look at Cub, bro. He just said hit the stairs. Nigga just said hit the stairs. Now he finna make a scene. I'm finna beat on Cub in the middle of the court.
They talking about P4 Kelly. They call him P4 Kelly now.
I just want to fade. What are we doing?
This happened a few years back.
Can I get a fade?
One of the Baby Stone Gorillas.
Can I get a fade? Why are you running from the camera? Can I get a fade? Can I get a fade? You can't get no strap.
You can act like he had a strap. You know, that works. We outside with it. Check out P4 Kelly, man, one of the Baby Stone Gorillas. I saw him on No Jumper with the rest of the crew. Was saying he gonna knock out 4 extras.
If that nigga get found guilty and try to walk the main line, I'm having them niggas get on that boy. You better
Dream Foreign. Funny dude. I F for this content.
Man, I'm telling y'all, man.
So I do want to give the guy called Dream Foreign TV and
Dream Foreign.
What time it is? I'm out here with Dream Foreign.
Just want to shout out Dream Foreign TV, Kim.
Shout out to Dream Foreign TV. I'll go over there, run the numbers up.
First of all, I know a lot of y'all been taking my slang P4 Kelly and ain't been shouting me out, but that's all right. But anyways, P4 Kelly, also known as P4 Kelly, is basically getting exposed by B-Braze. And also, you had King Pill. You want to join the gang, you got to slide first. And then you got GB, you know, shout out to GB, you feel me? They were basically letting it be known, man, like, look, man, they're not going to be accepting dudes that's trying to mess with the building, you feel me? You know, they blood. So they be like, man, this out here, how to catch a predator type dude, man, how to catch a creep or Aubrey is out here, you know what I'm saying, messing with the children. He also got another video out here looking like Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Hey, doing this thing, you feel me, out there on the blade trying to get his change. But look, P4 Kelly, they saying that if they catch you out there on B team and you get convicted of them charges, they gonna B team you off the yard.
Then gonna get mad because look, I like your music, you know what I'm saying? P4 Kelly, I like your music. Even though it's disrespectful, I like your music. Your music hard, I'm not gonna lie. But I can't say that you out here messing with the children, or in your case, the builder. You out here messing with the builder. You messing with the builder. So, you know, you got King Pill, you got B-Braids, Baby B-Braids, and you got GB. They basically, you know, well, King Phil's basically elaborating like, hey man, you know, it's not gonna be good for you if you walk on the yard if you get convicted on charges. Now,
That nigga P4, if that nigga get found guilty and try to walk the main line, I'm having them
Yo,
niggas
they
get
gonna
on
stab
that
his
ass, boy.
ass, bro.
You better pick it up.
They gonna stab him up.
Certain shit is nigga
They gonna get him off the
That
yard.
nigga's gonna attack that ass.
the world. Not even just him. Anybody do that, big old blood shit.
you don't, then you do your thing. That's Damu business, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just reacting to the video and whatnot, man. But look, what I think these brothers, they have strong opinions on dudes who are out here messing with the builder. Because when you're out here messing with the kids, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? You become them bad people. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be on the 50-50 yards. You know what I'm saying? I know you were at the 5, but this is not the good 5. You feel me, 5?
Y'all please leave y'all thoughts and opinions in the comment section. But until next time, as you move forward, never live a life boring.
Off the bat.
P4 Kelly is basically Kelly ain't been shouting me out, but that's First of all, I know a lot of y'all been taking my slang P4 Kelly and ain't been shouting me out, but that's all right. But anyways, P4 Kelly, also known as P4 Kelly, is basically getting exposed by B-Braids. And also, you had King Pill. You want to join the gang, you got to slide first. And then you got GB, you know, shout out to GB, you feel me? They were basically letting it be known, man, like, look, man, they're not going to be accepting dudes that's trying to mess with the builder, you feel me? You know, they blood. So they be like, man, this out here, how to catch a predator type dude, man, how to catch a creep or is out here, you know what I'm saying, messing with the children. He also got another video out here looking like Kelly, you know what I'm saying?
That is some wild shit, bruh. We got some other shit that coming across the desk, man. You know, check out that shit, man. This is disturbing in itself. But I don't know if it's a play or what. But Munchy B just dropped this on his channel a day ago or so. So Spider Loc wants the Bloods to do his dirty work. So Whack 100 hit up Munchy B, and I guess he expressing that it seemed that the dude Spider Loc trying to backdoor him, dropping lows and all that type of shit, allegedly. It's whack, so you know we gotta take it with a grain of salt. But let's get to it. Thou shalt not hate on your brother. I hope this is not true. Let's get to it.
Been on tap out and become a member. I got ish in there that you can't get nowhere else, bro. You ain't gonna get it on YouTube. Nowhere else. Join to be a member. I swear to God, we going up like gas prices on Big Team. Tap in on tap out.
Did I send you the other day?
So what?
You get the message I sent you the other day? Stop.
The other day?
Yeah, from through I called Whack and Rocky.
Oh no, I got a new number. I got a text Rocky. No, he ain't.
You ain't get you for real?
No, I ain't get no message.
You ain't get no message from Whack from NHP either?
Nah, from neither one. No, I seen Whack like a week and a half ago. Well, what kind of message?
Hold on. Let me pull this shit up. That's crazy. Yeah, this was serious. Hold on. Let me. Fuck is that shit at? Well, listen. I'm gonna pull it up, but I got rid of it. But the boy
concerned.
was reaching out and trying to get it back.
right? I guess, I don't know. You would know. I guess you live a couple blocks from the nigga. You know what I'm saying? You know the boy.
The boy I live a couple blocks from.
No, yeah, listen to me. It's like, so he tried to like get it my way, right? Like, I would want that for a reason. So when he come to me, I'm like, nah, I don't. I'm call the homies. I woke Rocky up at midnight. I said, hey, tell the homie, you know, we be doing all this shit, but I ain't like that. He tell the homie, oh boy, trying to put his spot out. I'm trying to put it up. Trying to like, you know.
Hey, you know what? I did get that message, but it didn't come from Rocky or Wack. It came from a older homie from NHP, and he hit one of my homies.
Yeah, well, I hit Rocky first, and then 2 days later that I hit Wack and said, man, tell him. I said, I don't know what it is. And I gave him the spot, some shit like UNC, some shit, whatever it was. I said, look, tell him that old boy playing a little dirty ball. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't fuck around like, you know, we do our little shit, and our little shit that's really come from some bullshit. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that type of shit, I ain't gonna never leave you in the blind like that. That what ain't gonna happen. I think I might have. Here, I'm gonna give it to you, so you know it's real. What the fuck did I?
So what he tried to like toss it to you or something?
Yeah, he tried to think about it. Okay, think about it. Niggas just sitting back watching it, right? So far as they concerned, right? They figure they get it my way, right? Loose round me, right? They like, shit, something gonna happen, right? But I'm glad they came to me, because I'm not gonna do that. I'm not even gonna let the other nigga know that. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as I got it, I hit Rocky. As soon as they sent that shit to me, I'm like, what's this? They like, yo, the nigga from, 9-7, he say the boy live like a couple blocks down from me, and this where he at, right? So I'm like, well, what, you know, so I said, all right. So I immediately just called Rocky. I asked Rocky, I woke Rocky about 1, 2 in the morning, nigga. I said, hey, tell that nigga, man, old boy ain't right. And where's this shit? I'm trying to find this shit so you'll know what they sent, because I don't know. All right, here it go. Somewhere in Compton, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the numbers, 234 East, and you know if you go with that, you would know, right? So I'm like, I hear Rocky. I said, yo, call old boy and let him know, bro. You know what I'm saying? That dude playing like this. You know what I'm saying? And I hit Wack after that. So I wanted to make sure it got back to you. You know what I'm saying?
No, it did. I think Wack had had the homie, the other homie Robo hit the homie. It did.
I guess, I don't know if dude y'all live by each other, or whatever. I don't know what the nigga on, but
if this is some truth, like he basically saying that dude tried to backdoor him, get somebody to come to turn his TV off. Allegedly, this is what Wack is putting out, and Munchie B put it out on his platform. He's saying that other people done got at him too. So I hope this is not true. This is crazy though.
I'm gonna tap your shoulder. I mean, we was doing.
That's my folks' spot. It's close to his seat, and I go from there. I go from there to there, right? But he's so stupid.
Bro, listen to me. Yeah, but listen to me. No, you're not hearing much. Listen.
No, I know
I'm just making sure. Yeah, I'm just making sure it got back to you, homie. Like,
I appreciate.
If I was on that, I wouldn't even said nothing, nigga. If you call Rocky right now, Rocky gonna tell you Wack woke me up at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I ain't called him on the phone in ages, but you know, I'm thinking, how can I get to you? And I didn't, you know what I mean? So I hit Rocky, and then a couple days after that, I hit Wack. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, tell the homie that old boy trying to get up to some funny shit. I know what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? I look at it like this, nigga trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Do y'all feel that Wack is just starting some shit?
Is Robert know about it?
You Sis in the back. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. This is Whack 100. You know how he is. You know, he's coming with some type of content, angle or what. He called up Munchy B, but he did say that these other gentlemen get at you and let you know about allegedly Spider Low. Make sure y'all go check out his channel, saying that he trying to backdoor the nigga. It's just crazy. Hope it ain't true.
Ooh, something happened, right? In his head, he gonna know where he sent it to, right? Boom, right? But on the flip side, I ain't on that with you anyway like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm still where I'm from, so when that type of shit come to me, I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do by it. You know what I mean? Regardless of what you think, nigga, I don't hate you, I don't dislike you. We had a long conversation beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Where I told you what you need to do with yourself. You know what I mean? Shit be going the way it be going on this shit. You gonna fight back like I'm gonna fight back. You know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but when that type of shit come on, nah, it ain't. It ain't that type of party with me, homie. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I ain't never seen you in my life, shook your hand, to like you, hate you, or you really have a real opinion. I'm just watching your work on motherfucking YouTube. So, you know, you say shit, I say shit, but when it come down to it, it's still an obligation to where, you know, shit come from another way to tap your shoulder. So I know you fuck with Pee Wee, so I told Pee Wee I wouldn't disrespect him, have him calling you on no bullshit. I just wanted to make sure you got that. You know what I'm saying? Because that I need to know you got that, hear you got that, so I feel like did my part. Because if I look up and something weird going on, I'ma feel like I'm damn near responsible some kind of way. So
Can I show you an insane?
What is the address of your emergency?
hello? How you doing? I get
Do you need the police?
yes, please. I'm leaving my house right now at 2:15 a.m. There's a white car with police lights that just try to stop me with their guns out. It's a police car, but they're not police. Like,
okay. So they pulled them out on you, or did they just have?
Yeah, I got a video on my phone because I was like, why am I getting stopped leaving my gate? I haven't even left the gated community.
Okay, you want to make a report with them, correct?
I'm trying to have them make an arrest. Like, these people are outside a gated community with guns.
Okay, I understand that. Do you know how many people were in the vehicle?
2. I said 2. Like, you need to pay attention. 2.
All right, so you're at the front gate. What kind of vehicle are you in?
I'm in a white Durango. Yo, you said there's no police, right? Like, there's not one police car in there?
I don't see a deputy in there. Do you know these people's names at all? Have you ever seen them before?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Do you know what kind of vehicle it was?
Yeah, I just got a white Cherokee, white Jeep Cherokee.
Did you get a tag number on it or no?
Nah, they literally stopped. They had their lights on and pulled me over in the middle of like me leaving my house. But I mean, it looks like they trying to. I don't know what they trying to do. I don't know.
When you left, did you see them drive off at all or no?
I got it on video. No, they haven't came out the
No. When you drove off after they did that to you, you didn't see them move at all, correct?
No. So as soon as, like on the video, you hear them saying, "Put your hands up, put your hands up, put your hands up," and I'm just like, I just drove off because I'm like, you ain't no police. I couldn't see. Alright, so look, they got their whole car equipped with like police lights. So you know when you pull somebody over, they flash with that big light. So I'm recording them. I got the video, but you can't see because the light is too strong.
Okay. All right. So we're not sure about drugs, alcohol, mental health conditions, or whether or not they're going to be aggressive with the deputies when they get there, correct?
Yeah, I have no clue.
Okay.
Daniel Hernandez, also known as Tekashi 6ix9ine, found himself in what may have been an attempted kidnapping or robbery. In March 2025, while on his way home to his gated community, he noticed a vehicle trailing him for several miles. Just before reaching the entrance to his neighborhood, he saw flashing lights, guns drawn, and individuals wearing bulletproof vests attempting to force him out of his car. Instead of stopping, he drove off and immediately called the police.
Alright, it's him?
Yeah, that's in that.
So, what about a Jeep?
What's good? Can't get
I haven't seen a specific Jeep or anything like that. I haven't even heard of the issue.
But you do take pictures and all that, right?
Cars are coming in yet. But anything recently?
Well, if you want to go through your cameras and see if we can start finding out. Yo, what's up, bro? Look at this. Look, it's 220, it's 236, right? Now look back there. So I'm literally leaving my gate, right? I'm leaving. You didn't see this. So look, I get pulled over, right? So this is inside my house. So I'm like, ain't no, it's an unmarked car though. So I'm like, why am I getting pulled over? So there's two people in there. Niggas told me I just stayed off. I'm like, ain't no police, you know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask you, did you see a gun or you?
Nah, definitely when because both of them got out. I said they both pop out. So I'm like, alright, he following me. So he followed me. Once he see like I poke the phone out the.
What's your car parked over?
Once I put it out the window, he like, yo, let me stop chasing the nigga cause I ain't no police, you know what I mean? But they haven't came out. I know that for a fact.
But like I'm saying, I need it for sure. I saw a gun or you.
I got it on video, bro. Like I seen something like the nigga came out like this. You know what I mean?
No, I understand. But the thing is, for me, for my side,
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but you know what I mean? The suspicious fact that I just got pulled over by a nigga that's not.
No, it's great, bro. Listen, I just need to make sure we know if it's a gun or not. Like so, you're saying for sure you're not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Did you see them? What do you look like?
I got the video right here, but I don't know how much. Like, you know what I mean? And I can't see because they hitting me with beam, you heard?
And listen, you don't have homeboys over right now, you're saying you want to prank me? Listen, bro, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I just woke up. But y'all not anything?
Can you check already? Did you do it? Can you do it? How long did you do it? 10 p.m.? When you came in for Jeep, maybe just go back and through it?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how we do this. Start.
It's like a Jeep chair.
Shit. As like, yeah, they not a bad security company for no problem. But nigga, why nobody ain't call the police or something? Them niggas can't do shit.
nigga lucky.
Yeah, I got the video, like this.
He was coming out that gated community. It was like they knew he was coming out. You got a mole in your camp. Them niggas came. As soon as he was backing out, like, it's the police, freeze.
There's 2 dudes in the car. I got it on video. He hit me with a beam. Like, he hit me with like. What is that? What would you describe that?
No, it's a spotlight. It's like what we got on our cars, dude.
You know, I just got rated by the feds. 4 inches, so I'm like, yo, they probably trying to do it. Takedowns, but they ain't no feds. You know what I mean? And you said they haven't came out? You haven't seen them? They haven't came out, for sure they haven't came out. Yo, there's only one way in, one way out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they still in there. There's a couple of them, but that's not a church.
Is anyone home?
My mom, but she's not answering.
All right, let's go take a look over there. Maybe. What's your parole? You on parole?
Yeah, I'm
Where
on
are they? Okay. What's your parole officer drive? Have you seen anything like that? Been driving? Are you allowed to be driving around right now?
Yeah.
That's him. These guys. So I'm gonna go because I know that he's been here. I'm gonna go back to 10 o'clock.
Alright.
I would never call y'all.
No, I get it, bro. I get it.
Let
me put it over there. Is it? One bro, 4-4. Hey. Just 14. 54 and him seeing a signal 0.
The time that he took that video? I don't know what time he took that video.
Hey, what's the time on that video that you took? 2:16.
We just did 12 to now, so we go 10.
So nothing on the camera is showing this single time they coming in. Well, the thing is, I think they came in earlier before he came in and flashed their lights, and they went in because they let any OE in. And they just been waiting for it. That's what I'm
They probably came in.
100%. Probably for him to move. Because they would have been behind him, and he didn't see him fall him out. Hey, bro, can you call someone that came before, that was here before you, and ask them, hey, was there any cops that came in?
Cops?
Yeah, well, like the unmarked, the white Jeep with lights. Because I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Somebody before, the person before you.
I don't think it's a cop though.
No, not at all.
He didn't put a siren.
No, but I'm talking
those
about.
lights are bullshit.
I'm talking about. Yeah, no, but I'm talking about. I think the person before you let that car in. I'm guessing they flash their lights because I know you guys let us in all the time.
Well, while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna play because I played.
Yeah, just play it.
It's a two, but I got from.
I'm thinking they came in and they've been waiting. So if you're able to call too, it's late. It's late. I know. But if you're able to play it from waiting for and just fast forward.
Dodge the bullet, man.
Yeah, no, our own cars are right here. We're running when we told you. We got it.
And then I thought this car was just winning. This car fell behind me too. But this car, I started with the neighbor. Nah, the nigga was
He just got here at 10. My guess is they've been sitting here for a while. The person before him let them in. I'm guessing the car hit the guard with the flashlights and they let him in because they always let us in. That's my guess, that he's been here for a while. He says he didn't let Jeep in. So I'm guessing the person before him got hit with lights and let him in.
Y'all want me to go and see if he pulled me over?
No. It looks like a flashlight.
He had a flashlight?
Yeah, that's what it is. 3, suspect yellow. Looks like gun lights are white. I haven't seen yellow gun light in a while. Give me 1 second.
What time did you get in? I got in at 10. Start at 10.
What y'all think, man? What do you think
Thing is, do you want to prosecute? Yes or no? I need to know that now.
I'm not, I just don't want this shit in my community. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, listen, that's why I'm telling you. Do you want to prosecute? That's simple.
Yeah, nah, because then I gotta go do all the shit, like all that shit.
So listen, we can go welfare check your house, but if you want to prosecute, we're done here. Okay? So, like I said, it's up to you, bro.
But y'all gonna go check.
We're gonna go check. We're gonna check. I'm there right now.
If there's a private community, y'all gotta.
Listen, we're gonna do it. Listen, we're gonna. But that's the thing. You don't want to prosecute. We're not gonna do nothing on our end. We'll document it and do all that. But if you don't want to prosecute, we're not gonna do all that. Okay? So you don't want to prosecute.
Just because I don't want to follow up, go to court, do all that shit, I don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, as a public server, y'all gotta see who's in here.
We're gonna go in there, but I just need to know if you want to prosecute or not.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go
no?
back and do all the
So
court
no?
stuff.
Okay, so can you say no, I don't want to prosecute?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you're gonna stay here with two of my buddies, we're gonna go in and check it out. Okay?
Yeah,
we're gonna go to your house.
I'm gonna go with y'all, because how y'all know where the car was at?
Listen, no, there's three.
I don't want to do that. But at the end of the day, as a public server, y'all gotta see who's in here.
We're gonna go in there, but I just need to know if you want to prosecute or not.
Yeah, I'm not trying to go back and do all the court stuff.
Okay, so can you say no, I don't want to prosecute?
So he said he not in, he ain't gonna prosecute. Crazy, bro.
What was he gonna prosecute?
He's saying that they gotta go and they gotta do their service and go check his house out or whatever property. And he's saying the dude's saying, well, okay, cool. If we find something, we're gonna prosecute. He's like, I ain't trying to do all that. Sound like somebody, they've been creeping. They was there before that guard picked up that shift. He came in at 10. So the guard before them let him in. So they was probably casing his property. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, Hernandez.
So you're gonna stay here with two of my buddies. We're gonna go in and check it out. Okay? We're gonna go to your house.
I'm gonna go with y'all, because how y'all know where the car was at?
Listen, no, there's three of us that are gonna go. We're gonna do the whole area. They're gonna stay here with me. Okay? We're gonna follow the whole area. In 1 second,
But I gotta go there to make sure that, first of all, I need to go inside my house, right?
I understand, but
I need to go inside my house.
No, we got you.
So I'm gonna go. Y'all, one stay here to make sure that white Cherokee don't come out. And obviously, I know where the car was ducked off. So when I'm coming on my crib, it's 3 houses down. It's ducked off in somebody's residence.
Okay, listen, we're gonna go, and then when we're done, we'll come back and we'll go with you again. Okay? But let us go first, check it out, and then we'll come back.
The thing is, if we go over there, they see us, and something kicks off, and now you're in the middle of it, we're liable to get injured. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have you pull off the street, and then we'll have you wait here, and as soon as we clear it, we'll have you come up with us, and we'll go to your house. Okay? Did you get the same here? No problem. Even for false imprisonment, keeping you there?
Not because at the end of the day, as a public servant, I don't want to go do all the court shit. So as a public servant, I just want to make sure who's impersonating y'all. You know what I mean? Somebody in there impersonating y'all.
Okay.
Unless it's some deep sting operation, like somebody investigating me about data, because I probably would have been on my
We would have
ass.
been called already. Once you pulled off on them, they would have called us. It's kind of weird. Once you pulled off on them like that, they would have called us, or at least said, "Hey, this is going on."
Oh, I bet.
So it's something weird. Yeah, just pull around.
You're gonna stay here with two of my guys, and we'll come back to you.
Shout out to Chentos, man. Shout out to Chentos, man. Make sure I go over there. He brought the content through. Shit getting kind of tricky. It's the guy that unalived that guy out there in Chicago, man, a couple of days ago. He hopped out the car and just let it go.
Baco Hood, I don't know who be saying that shit and how y'all putting that shit on them blogs, but we Baco Hood, Bell, Oakley, and Claremont. You feel me? Organization, you know, get it, big homie John.
So you been through here your whole life?
All my life, man. I've been here 6619. Been here 30 years. Man, rest in peace, Jordy. You feel me?
You seen a lot of shit over there.
You already know it. I'm on my way to work. Yeah, I'm out here looking a little rusty and dusty, but man, I'm out here though. You feel me? You hear me? I'm about to be 40 in a couple weeks, nigga. I made it. It's hot, man. Y'all already know how we coming, man. You know what I'm saying? This Baco, man. It's all over. It's tatted all over. I was in every motherfucking penitentiary. A nigga ain't never did shit to me. You feel me? Yeah, 7414. We still gangsters over here, nigga. You hear me? Yeah. I got a little baby powder because I come from jail, nigga. I still put baby powder on. Yeah, you see 66 in Oakley, nigga. Yeah, that's how we coming.
Put that baby powder on for the niggas. Nigga, 40 something years, 40 plus, still out here in the streets doing goofy shit.
Nigga, I had my shirt off in every prison, nigga. I've been to Stateville. I've been to Lawrence. I've been to goddamn it, Pinckneyville. So that ain't no motherfucker ever stepped to me about nothing. I'm in that bitch with my shirt off and I got 3 phones. You gotta holler at me about the phone. Ask them. I was on the deck with Crack. I was on the deck with Boss Top. I was motherfucker, what's the name, was right around the corner from me, Rico Reckless. And he told me some other shit. But hey, you know, my homie fuck with him, Flock from the Block fuck with him, so you know, I'm gonna keep that as, you know, but they good homies though. They fuck around with each other. They locked in. Yeah, man. I just came home about 10 months ago, so you know, I ain't bullshit. Somebody try to tell our story. They be calling us Buko. They be calling us other shit. But we big op. You know, that's it. At the end of the day, we big op, motherfuckers.
Nobody. We're not condoning nobody.
TMC is bloodline.
Yeah, 6619. Everybody knows 6619 was we the first motherfuckers bring motherfucking DJ Monty to the hood. When he DJing he not in the building. He on the front porch DJing out of my.
Can I get a pack of the free with any home?
Live this dude right here.
19.
Sheesh.
Once a goofy, always a goofy. R.I.P. the man that lost his life.
That's a fact. Make sure y'all go to Thirsty Bastard. Like, comment, and subscribe to his channel. That was crazy.
Know what I'm saying? To this goofy. He said he 41. He's still bragging. He said he bragging about being in every pen. He said he was in there with Rico Reckless. He was in there with Boss Top, with Crack. Like, nigga, you bragging about little shit. Like, those is youngs to you. You know how they always said nigga must got a boyfriend in there. He ready to go back. You for sure got a boyfriend. Trying to act like you crashing out over her. You just want to go back, nigga. Nigga talking about I be up in the pen. I be in there with my shirt off.
Yeah, I got a little baby powder because I come from jail, nigga. I still put baby powder on. Yeah, you see 66 in Oakley, nigga. Yeah, that's how we coming, nigga. I had my shirt off in every prison, nigga. I've been
Damn. Oh shit. It's a lot of niggas. Yeah, that's what it seemed like, right? That nigga was ready to go back.
Stateville. I've been to Lawrence. I've been to goddamn it, Pinckneyville. So that
you probably be in there with your pants off too, weirdo. You just wanted to go back to your little sissy in there. Dude said, I got the tree. You can see you in the tent, through the tent, just looking, steaming. You know what I'm saying? Before you even through processing, you already know what she doing. You know what I'm saying? Once a crash out, once a goofy, always a goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet you been with the business. You been ready to just do anything, bust on a nigga for looking at your girl back. But there's too many niggas dying over used up skins, man. But you are.
Nigga ain't lying, man. That's Thirsty Bastard, man. Go over there, man. He got a lot of great content, man. Straight to it. Yeah, man. This nigga shot that dude. I guess dude was slanging some tree. And he told the girl, I got that kill or whatever, however he said it, I got that smoke. dude got out the passenger seat with the, you know what I'm saying? The blick. He got out and pointed it right at him. So he moved the gun, and then they arguing. And there you go. Rest in peace to that guy. It's fucked up. Demonic ass motherfuckers. You can't be hating your brother like that. Prison call from Santino. Was it Santino Carcino? The guy that stabbed or yanked or poked or whatever y'all want to call it. I say he stabbed that nigga 14 times. He gonna tell his story. Do y'all believe this nigga? Let's get to it.
Said, yeah, it's cool. When I went to construction, that's what happened the next morning. I asked him, are we cool? He said, yeah, it's cool. When I went to my cell, he followed me. Like I told you earlier.
Do you have any regrets of stabbing him?
Regrets? Oh, shit.
Because you stabbed him 14 times.
Hell no, he was trying to murk that nigga.
Yeah. I know that.
Hate your brother like that, bruh.
I wish I could do certain things over, you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, I felt like he threatened my life.
What'd you say? Salute to 14 times he threatened his life. He said he put a bag on his head. Night and Day Talk Media, man. Salute to them. Go over there running the numbers up.
I doubt he put a bag on a lifeless head, bro.
Man, that nigga didn't put no bag. This is some bullshit. I'm thinking it's all over female.
The man prison officials say stabbed Tory Lanez multiple times, says he thought the rapper was coming to take his life, claiming Tory put a price on his head and he simply acted in self-defense. TMZ had a prison phone call with Santino CASIO, who was already serving a life sentence when the Tory attack went down. And while he's not denying the stabbing, he says it's not as simple as some might think. CASIO told TMZ he heard rumors through the prison grapevine that Tory had a bounty on him. And shortly after, CASIO ran into him and thought he saw a suspicious lump in Tory's pocket.
They offered me $3,000 for my minor accident. This Harvard AI calculator showed me.
So what exactly took place
That whole
between
thing
you and
sounds
Tory Lanez that day that you stabbed him allegedly?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Believe that shit.
Nothing
I
was
don't
in place
believe that
day.
shit.
Everything led up to that day, but that day I just came out in the morning to tell him, you know, good morning. And I told him what's up. Give him a little fist bump, ask him if everything is good. We had a little situation the night before and the day before.
So what was the situation the night before and the day before?
So I heard some rumors that he was trying to put money on my head. He felt uncomfortable living next to me. That was a threat. So I confronted him. And then I found out the same thing. Because he tried to put money on my head, so he said I put money on his head. We had a little discussion or whatever. So the next morning, that night, he said some kind of crazy. So the next morning, I came out to see if everything was good. Fist bump, talked to him. He said, yeah, so I was going back into my cell. And when I looked back, instead of going to cell, he was walking towards my door. He stood in front of my cell, looked at his boys, made his little smirk. And when he showed me what he had and something in his pocket, I just rushed him.
What do you have in his pocket?
I just rushed him. What he showed me looked to me like I believed it could be a weapon at the time. So I rushed him, and I just snatched him. I just took advantage of him. He was weak. I just threw him all over, and I just kept slamming him and stabbing him. And
Were you trying to kill him?
No, not at all. But I thought I was a weapon. I thought threatening. And And when I felt like
Nigga,
a sting in my
14
leg,
times, bro.
I felt like,
Nigga,
oh,
both
shit,
collapsed.
so I moved back and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something, so I was like, what the is that? So I just kept going. After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. I just took him once and I tried to protection and said, I'm like, look at me. And then I just let him go. Like, I was just saying, like, man, you trying to kill me?
What were you guys like? I know what, but what?
I just took him once and I tried to help, screaming something. So I was like, what the is that? In my leg, I felt like, oh, shit, stabbed me. So I moved back and I kept stabbing more. And I seen that he threw something. So I was like, what the is that? So I just kept going. After he was yelling, help, screaming, please help me. I just took him once and I tried to protection and said, I'm like, look at me. And then I just let him go. Like, I was just saying, like, man, you trying to kill me?
What were you guys like? I know what, but why would he pick?
He said he was like throwing them around and shit. Stabbing them and then telling him, like, look at me, motherfucker. Tory was like, help. He said that Tory stabbed him in the leg. He trying to stab me? That nigga stabbed him and got scared, nigga. What's up with that? Allegedly, I don't know. This is his version. That's crazy.
Bro, ain't nobody gonna go and challenge no lifer. I'm gonna be real with you.
I can't hear you. Say it again.
No nigga's gonna go and challenge a lifer like that.
Right.
Being straight up real, like you got a lesser time and you gonna put yourself in a position to get more time, like possibly, like in that manner. I don't know about that one. That nigga worth money, bro. He ain't gonna be trying to sit up in there and be trying to stab anybody.
Right.
Just being real. That nigga in there making albums and shit, bro.
So you feel it was a hit?
Yeah. And there's only one person talking. You ain't heard Tory talk. So.
Yep. He ain't said nothing. This nigga said that he heard that he put a bag on his head. As soon as he said that, I knew this nigga was lying.
Bro, he's a lifer.
Yeah, I'm like,
nigga don't put no bag on your head
get
unless
the fuck out of here.
that dude is threatening you and you're trying to pay somebody to take care of him because he's trying to get you. Other than that, why would Tory? He didn't say like why Tory would put a bag on his head.
All right, because when she asked him,
that didn't sound right.
What did he say? He said he be talking shit, so he deflected.
Nah, I think that nigga tried to do something to him, bro. But definitely, I can't see a nigga who got 10 years and he a millionaire trying to put a bag on a lifer, bro. Think about that.
Right.
That's a waste of money. He already dead, walking.
Come on.
And he got nothing to lose. Why would you try to have anything to do with a nigga who operate?
Why the fuck you fucking him with a PDL? A nigga that's you know what I'm saying, fuck with minors. He up in there for killing a minor. Like, I be like, you know, get the fuck away from me, nigga. He said he came out and gave him a fist pump. I believe that shit. I don't believe it.
You out of all people to want to
I'm just tripping how they let him talk, nigga, after stabbing somebody. Like, nigga,
I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, nigga, shouldn't he be ducked off somewhere?
No due process, nigga. There's no hole.
He up in there. The nigga Tory still laying in the hospital. This nigga doing interviews with TMZ.
Which is crazy.
You know they sent him some money. You know they sent him something on his books. They didn't get no free interview for that nigga.
It was really no beef. He just popped a lot, and I had to tell him.
He just pop a lot. He's talking a lot. That was his
I think
reason.
that's probably why he stabbed him, bro. Just jealousy. But like I said, you gotta have Tory talk. Cause I can't see nobody putting no bag on a lifer, bro. It don't even make no sense.
Now I heard
Nigga,
that.
you ain't worth nothing. The only time I would put a bag on a lifer is if the lifer's trying to kill me and I'm telling other niggas in the pen, get this nigga and I'll pay you. But other than that, really, he spoke like he was a big shot.
That nigga on PC yard, man, they on the motherfucking S&Y yard. So they yard is no good anyway. I'm hearing that nigga girl, they was in the visiting room and his girlfriend came up there to visit him at the same time, saw Tory and got starstruck. Oh, that's Tory Lanez? And, you know, she was all googly eyes or whatever. And he went back. They saying that Tory went back, started popping it and shit, you know, to the folks, and it got around to him that the nigga was pillow talking about his girl on you know, jocking him and shit. And that's probably that would probably prompt him to go do that. That's what I'm hearing. So it's hearing both stories. What he's talking, yeah, he put a bag on his head, which I'm hearing the dope shit that he had a drug debt. But Tory ain't spoke. Just this nigga.
A while back about old things around me, like I'll take a fade, I'll knife up, I'll put a place. And to me, I feel like the second, third time hearing that in a conversation, I was like, man, what you trying to say? So I approached him and told him, like, what's up? Like, just go, I'll come into your cell, we'll do whatever, like, let's play this game then. Because I felt like he was kind of antagonizing me, like testing me, like if someone was afraid or something. We were cool at the beginning. We were cool for like a year. We chilled, kicked it together, everything. They did.
Oh, they're not on that type of prison yard, Rochelle.
Okay. No. They got like little fractions, but she was more like he was different. He started kicking it with certain people, you know. And when we started being mad, that time when we had our little misunderstandings and we stopped talking as much. But we were neighbors for a while. I've been knowing him for about 2 years already.
Okay. And during the situation when you and him grew a friendship?
Yeah, we were cool. We chilled, we ate, we drank, we partied, kicked it. Yeah, we were good.
How much did the guy tell you that he paid to have you killed to get off the yard?
Oh, he said double whatever I was offering, but I never made that offer. That's what I didn't understand. He said that someone told him I offered people money to get rid of him. So he said he would give that person double and some dope and stuff. But truth be told, I never offered no money. Like, why would I offer somebody something I could do? It didn't make sense. But once he yelled and made threats and I'll have you killed and, you know, have a run up to your cell, all that comments and I felt like, all right, you're threatening my life. Like, there's nothing else to do but confront you. And that's what happened the next morning. I asked him, are we cool? He said, yeah, it's cool. And when I went to my cell, he followed me. And like I told you earlier.
Do you have any regrets of stabbing him?
Regrets? Shit.
Because you stabbed him 14 times.
Right.
Yeah. I know that.
Backbone was originally.
I wish I could do certain things over, you know, but at the end of the day, I mean, I felt like he threatened my life. So, I mean, I can't. So the action felt necessary to me at the time, like the whole, in the moment, him coming to my cells, you know, showing, grabbing me, walking like, nah, I felt like, nah, it's fit. So I can't say I regret taking a stand for myself.
Millionaire got
No,
10
not at all.
years. He would have been out like
I feel remorseful
less
in
than
a
that
sense
time.
because
And he gonna put bags on
it really didn't have to go that far, but I mean, you made his decisions and I made mine.
Did he end up having a weapon on him?
I mean, obviously I got a stab mark in my leg, and but that's going to the hole. I mean, they didn't find no weapons either. I don't understand that part.
But okay, so no weapons were found from him, only from you.
No weapon was the weapon I was using wasn't found either. There was no weapons found.
Where'd it go?
Well, he didn't stab himself.
That's what in the video it shows me putting it on the floor. That's what they were asking me. I don't know. Nobody was around. It was just me and him on the tier. There wasn't no day room. No.
This nigga dumb. He said no weapon was found. From the video, it showed me putting it on the floor. Who the hell are you to hit? Like, right. This nigga's a pedophile. You know, murder. He probably a rapist and shit. The girl was like, I think 15. And he stabbed one of his cellies. I think he unalived him too. You know, he's a lifer. Like, why the fuck would they have a lifer around this nigga, Tory Lanez, anyway? Why would Tory Lanez be kicking it with lifers? These type of individuals just don't sound right. Oh my. This shit. Let's get to this shit, man. The execution of Kim Groves, grandma of Derrick Groves. It's one of the guys that broke out of the Louisiana penitentiary. New Orleans jailbreak, most dangerous escapee. Let's get to it. 504 Street Stories and Gangsta News Network.
Years in the making, a hitman hired by a former New Orleans police officer.
Just drop your video link. This AI does what top YouTubers pay thousands of dollars for. Instead,
Officer to kill a woman was sentenced to life in prison. Back in 1994, former NOPD officer Lynn Davis hired Hardy to kill Kim Groves.
Many people still remember the shocking murder for hire that led to the shooting death of Kim Groves, a Ninth Ward mother of three, who a day before she was executed by a hitman ordered by New Orleans police officer Len Davis.
Jasmine Groves knows firsthand, 18 years ago today, her mother was the victim of a shocking murder for hire, orchestrated by New Orleans police officer Len Davis.
Oh, my bad. 13 years old? Damn. Yeah, nigga, fuck that. That's even worse. That nigga, he need his head cut off.
Alright, look, this one right here ain't just another story from the streets. It's the kind of story that show you what happened when the system meant to protect you turn around and murder you in cold blood. Kim Groves wasn't no gangster. She got caught up in the game. She was a mother from the lower Ninth Ward of New Orleans, just trying to live her life. But speaking truth in the wrong place at the wrong time, that's what got her killed. Kim was born and raised in New Orleans, coming up in the lower nine. That part of the city don't need no intro. It's poverty, pain, and pressure wrapped up in broken streets and boarded up houses. Now, in 1994, she living in a world where 12 supposed to keep things safe. But the NOPD at the time, man, they were more corrupt than the criminals they claimed they was fighting. And at the center of it all, Officer Len Davis, Len RoboCop Davis, aka the desired terrorist, was a straight up monster with a badge. He ran the streets like it was his block, took bribes, beat people down, and ran protection for dealers, all while wearing that uniform. They say he kept it clean on paper, but in the streets, whole different story. October 13, 1994, Kim Groves did something that most wouldn't. He witnessed Len Davis beating a young man on her block. Kim was tired of his shit, and this time she ain't looked the other way. Kim filed a complaint with Internal Affairs. That move right there, that sealed her fate. Day Kim reported Len Davis was the day before her daughter Jasmine's 13th birthday. About 3:30 p.m., Kim called the office to file a complaint. It usually took like 24 to 72 hours for an officer to be notified of a complaint made against him. In typical corrupt NOPD fashion, then David was notified within hours of Kim filing the complaint. That right there was some snaked out shit. By the time she made it home that night, the hit to take her life was already set. The whole city knew Len Davis was hacking dudes up, extorting, jacking for dope, basically running plays in the trenches. And as soon as Len heard about the complaint, dude lost it. Dude didn't even try to hide it. He straight up told another cop on the force, Sammy Williams, that he wanted her gone, not arrested, not scared off, dead. And Williams, he ain't say no. He made the call to a known hitman from the CP3, aka CASIO Projects, Paul Hardy, another street soldier who was down for the dirt. So now the hit was in motion. Then Davis passed the word, Sammy Williams made the connect, and Paul Hardy picked up the job. Ain't no hesitation. This wasn't no heat of the moment thing. This was planned, executed, and carried out like it was just another day on the block. Only difference, a cop made the call. October 14th, just one day after Kim filed that complaint, Paul Hardy pulled up on the block. It was nighttime, just past 10 p.m. Kim was standing outside, right there in the hood, probably thinking about nothing more than making it to the next day. The wild part is, she ain't know she was marked. Paul Hardy hopped out the whip, walked up, squeezed the trigger, and ended her life right there on the spot. One shot to the head. No words, no mercy, just silence anybody on the asphalt pavement of New Orleans. It's no secret that Kim Groves was murdered for going with her move on that boy Len Davis, one of the most corrupt cops in the city. And the coldest part, Len and them thought they got away with it. Len was caught on a wiretap just minutes later, bragging about it, laughing, saying it was beautiful, like her life meant nothing, like she wasn't a mother, like she wasn't a human. But what Len ain't know, the same wiretap he was flexing on, it was part of a Fed operation that was already watching him for all the dirty shit he'd been doing in the streets. That wire, yeah, it caught everything, every word, from the plot to the hit to the aftermath. They caught that boy down bad. It ain't take long for the feds to move. That wire had it all. Names, voices, the setup, and the celebration. They snatched them dicks up faster than a yellow cab driving through the Desire. Len Davis, Paul Hardy, and Sammy Williams, all in one swoop. The city was in shock. But the streets, they already knew what time it was. The city been saying the cops was dirty, but now the proof was on tape. Then Davis, that boy got hit with the death penalty, convicted of orchestrating the murder of Kim Groves. That's some cold-blooded shit he pulled off. Paul Hardy got life, and Williams did too. Whole operation shut down like the Kmart in Gentilly.
Here's how I got my team to use Monday Sales CRM
That's some wild shit.
and actually liked it. Let me start by saying
Now this update for you at 6, nearly 17 years in the making. A hitman hired by a former New Orleans police officer to kill a woman was sentenced to life in prison. 44-year-old Paul Hardy avoided the death penalty after a judge ruled Hardy was mentally retarded. Back in 1994, former NOPD officer Len Davis hired Hardy to kill Kim Groves after Groves filed a brutality complaint against Davis. Kim Groves' 2 children addressed the court before today's sentencing. Len Davis, by the way, is currently appealing a death sentence.
This whole shit is wild. Decades later, when people thought justice had stood tall, news dropped that ain't sit right with nobody in the city. Right before Sleepy Joe Biden left the White House, he commuted the life sentence of Len Davis, a man convicted of using his badge to put a hit out on a black mother who was smiling and joking about it after. No warning, no real explanation, just paperwork and a signature from a man who didn't know his asshole from a hole in the ground. Just like that, Len Davis' death sentence was off the table. Kim Groves ain't no symbol. She was a real person, a mother, a sister, a daughter, gone, but she had the courage to speak up on crooked cop Len Davis, the man infamously known as ROBO. job. Her death left a hole in her family, shook her hood, and lit a fire that's still burning to this day. After her murder, the streets started looking at the NOPD different. Although 12 was never trusted, the disdain toward them was 1,000 times worse. For most, the murder of Kim had confirmed their thoughts. They knew one thing: it was no longer rumor, there was proof. Proof that speaking out on 12 could get you killed, not by some corner boy, but by the ones with a badge and a pistol. The very people who were supposed to protect and serve. Ain't no streets named after Kim, ain't no statue, no government holiday, but her name still lives on in the nines, whispered in the streets. Her story will forever be talked about by generations yet to come. Kim's
of how a man sworn to uphold the law became its most dangerous threat.
Game of Thrones King's Road is now available on both PC and mobile with Google Play Games.
Len Davis was not born in New Orleans, but by the time his name became infamous, the city had fully embraced him as one of its most controversial figures. Born in Chicago in 1964, Davis moved to New Orleans with his mother after his father's untimely death. The Crescent City was a far cry from the Midwest metropolis, its streets teeming with vibrant culture, but also plagued by crime, poverty, and corruption. Davis's entry into the New Orleans Police Department, NOPD, came at a time when the city was desperate to find officers willing to patrol some of its most dangerous neighborhoods. Davis's early life was unremarkable. After high school, he worked for several years driving a candy truck. He also had a brush with the law, collecting battery charges along the way. At the age of 22, Davis enrolled in the NOPD's training academy, hoping to trade in his mundane life for something more powerful. The NOPD, already struggling to keep up with the rising crime during the crack epidemic and the white flight out of the city, was hungry for recruits. The standards were lowered, and the training process became far less rigorous than in years past. Despite some early trouble in the academy, where Davis was temporarily kicked out, he found his way back in. In '88, he graduated and joined the force. It wasn't long before his reputation for toughness began to grow. His large, intimidating frame made him a natural enforcer on the streets, and it earned him the nickname RoboCop. But while some viewed him as an officer who would stop at nothing to keep order, others feared him, particularly in the Desire housing projects where Davis was often stationed. He was also called the Desire terrorist by those who saw him not as a protector but as a menace. The Desire housing projects were among the most dangerous in New Orleans, a place where violent crime was rampant and drug dealers ruled the streets. Davis quickly made a name for himself here, not only for his aggressive style, but also for his willingness to get deeply involved with the criminal underworld. As a patrolman in the NOPD's 7th District, Davis found himself in the heart of New Orleans' burgeoning drug trade. It wasn't long before he was involved in protecting the very criminals he was sworn to take down. But even as complaints piled up, allegations of brutality, intimidation, and abuse of power, Davis was able to maintain his position. Between 1987 and 1992, he faced 20 formal complaints, ranging from physical abuse to corruption, yet he remained untouched. In fact, in 1993, Davis received the NOPD's Medal of Merit for bravery after being shot in the line of duty while chasing armed suspects. The contradictions in his career were stark. To some, he was a hero. To others, he was a ruthless figure, using his badge to exert control through fear. The seeds of Davis's criminal empire were planted early in his career. He began to align himself with local drug dealers, not as an adversary but as a protector. He helped these dealers move product, covered up violent crimes, and ensured they could operate under the safety of his authority. The line between officer and criminal blurred, but in a department as corrupt as the NOPD in the 1990s, Davis was not an outlier. How did Len Davis go from enforcing the law to becoming one of the most dangerous figures in New Orleans' criminal underworld? By the early 1990s, the New Orleans Police Department was drowning in corruption. Officers were overworked, underpaid, and many had begun to find ways to supplement their incomes through what needed to be done.
I got something that'll cheer you up, Jack. I go the other way. Trying to settle when I see it. So let my knees go easy.
what's happening to me.
You thought C++ was just C with classes?
On October 14, 1994, just one day after Kim filed her complaint, Hardy approached her on the street near her home. She had just left her house and was walking when Hardy came up to her. As she looked up at him, perhaps thinking he was someone she knew, Hardy pulled out a gun. He fired one shot at Kim. She was unalived within minutes. Kim Groves wasn't involved in any criminal activity. She was just a mother, a neighbor, a citizen who wanted to make her community safer. But in the corrupt world of Lynn Davis, her life was expendable. Her murder was cold and calculated, ordered by a man who wore a badge and took an oath to protect the very people he destroyed. After Kim's death, the neighborhood was filled with fear. Witness. She was a threat to his entire operation. The next day, Davis made a call to Paul Hardy, a local drug dealer and hitman who had been working with him for years. Davis gave Hardy a description of Kim Groves. He told him exactly where she could be found, and he made it clear what needed to be done. On October 14, 1994, just one day after Kim filed her complaint, Hardy approached her on the street near her home. She had just left her house and was walking when Hardy came up to her. As she looked up at him, perhaps thinking he was someone she knew, Hardy pulled out a gun. He fired one shot at Kim. She was unalived within minutes. Kim Groves wasn't involved in any criminal activity. She was just a mother, a neighbor, a citizen who wanted to make her community safer. But in the corrupt world of Lynn Davis, her life was expendable. Her murder was cold and calculated, ordered by a man who wore a badge and took an oath to protect the very people he destroyed. After Kim's death, the neighborhood was filled with fear. People whispered about what had happened, but no one dared to speak out. Everyone knew Davis was behind it. They knew what he was capable of. If he could silence Kim, what could he do to anyone else? But what Davis didn't know was that his empire of fear and corruption was starting to unravel. The murder of Kim Groves would not go unnoticed. This time, the consequences of his actions would be far greater than he ever imagined. By the time Kim Groves was unalived, the FBI had already begun to take a close look at Lynn Davis and his corrupt dealings within the New Orleans Police Department. Whispers of his involvement in illegal activities had been circulating for months, and Operation Shattered Shield was well underway. The investigation had started small, with agents gathering bits and pieces of information about corrupt officers. But when the name Lynn Davis surfaced repeatedly, it became clear they were dealing with something far more insidious than they initially thought. Davis had built an empire within the Desire Projects, a neighborhood riddled with drugs and violence. He had become the protector of drug dealers, ensuring their operations went undisturbed in exchange for a cut of their profits. To the criminals, Davis wasn't just a cop, he was an ally. To the residents, he was a figure to be feared, someone who could decide the fate of anyone who crossed him. His badge provided him with the ultimate cover, allowing him to walk the line between law enforcement and organized crime with ease.
Yeah, this guy was a hell of a character. More corrupt cop than, man, a lot of them out there, bro. It's usually black folks, usually black cops and shit. You get this guy, this animal said that what Joe Biden
In '96, Davis was convicted on 2 federal civil rights charges for ordering the murder of Kim Groves and for witness tampering. Initially sentenced to death on April 26, 1996, Davis managed to avoid execution for a time when his death sentence was overturned by the Fifth Circuit due to issues with the witness tampering conviction. However, a subsequent jury reinstated the death penalty, and on October 27, 2005, Davis was sentenced to death again. He now sits on federal death row at the United States Penitentiary in Terre Haute, Indiana. Paul Hardy, who carried out Groves' murder on Davis's orders, was also convicted of conspiracy to violate Groves' civil rights and witness tampering. Hardy initially received a death sentence, but in 2011, his sentence was commuted to life when he was deemed intellectually disabled by a judge. Despite the convictions, the impact of Davis and Hardy's actions left a lasting stain on New Orleans, serving as a painful reminder of the city's darkest days of police corruption. News of Davis's arrest spread quickly, and for the people of New Orleans, it felt like a long-awaited reckoning. The man who had ruled with an iron fist was finally brought down. The streets that had once been filled with fear now felt a little lighter. For Len Davis, however, this was only the beginning of a long road through the justice system. His fall from grace was not just a personal failure. It was a symbol of how deeply corruption had seeped.
Cops. And so he's standing on death row right now. He may not even get the death penalty. He wasting money and shit. Another dude deemed retarded, mentally challenged.
He was being held on $1 million bond, which was crazy. Today, they reduced it to 250 grand, which is, you know, still sizable, but he wound up getting out. All right, so Mark, first of all, the idea of race, I mean, you lived it with Zimmerman in a big way. There's so many people who believe that that's why Zimmerman wound up beating that case. But what do you see here? What are your questions? What will matter?
Oh, no, it's definitely a consideration. It always is, whether it's a sort of obvious what we're doing or the implicit one, because we all carry these implicit biases with us that perceive or impact how we perceive an event. Now, what's really it's going to come down to, and I disagree with the guy who said this is not a self-defense case. Yes, I think he said it. This is definitely a self-defense case, because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor. Was it an aggressive act for him to go up and say, get away from the tent? Did he do more than that? My understanding was maybe he touched him and put hands on him. Granted, that makes the decedent in this case maybe the initial aggressor. But you really still then have to look at whether or not Carmelo Anthony responded with appropriate force, he used a deadly weapon, and whether or not he was in imminent fear of great bodily injury. That's the standard in Texas and most every state, to determine whether or not his actions, the way he perceived him, the way Carmelo Anthony perceived him when he took out that knife and stabbed him. The good part is if the decedent was the aggressor initially. The bad part for Carmelo, if in fact it's true that he sort of said, touch me and you'll see, because that's that aggression, that's that predisposition towards violence that doesn't have a place in a true self-defense case.
What's the most important question for you in this, Mark? And then I want the same from you, Professor, if you have one. Go ahead, Mark.
Sure. Who truly was the initial aggressor? How did this unfold such that if in fact he had a reason to believe great bodily injury was imminent, was it reasonable? Was he pushed? Was he shoved? Was he hit? Because don't forget, it's the moment, but you are allowed to respond to great deadly force with your own great deadly force, or at least your perception of great deadly force. So it's really going to be fact-based. I do think that race, it's going to be played out on social media. It also is going to be played out in a courtroom if you ever get there, because in today's day and age, I would argue that someone like Carmelo Anthony now has a heightened concern over the past few years and the way we've sort of degraded some of the progress we may have thought we made over the past decade, as far as how we're treating young black males in the system, such that maybe he would have felt more preyed upon than he otherwise would. Interesting, you're right, we're going to be talking about this for a long time.
Professor, what do you got?
Hello? Oh, I'm
Professor?
sorry.
Yeah, Professor.
This is all about who the jury is. This will all be determined by the jury. If the racial factors were reversed, if a white man had killed an unarmed black man, everybody would be on the reverse side of this. We live in a society where everything is judged by race. You know, the Bible says to judges and prosecutors, don't recognize people, just do abstract justice. We're way, way, way beyond that. If the racial elements were reversed there, virtually all the people who are calling for him to be acquitted would be calling for him to be convicted, and vice versa. Let's not kid ourselves. We live in a race-conscious society, and jury selection, which, of course, your other guest is so brilliant at and did so well in the Zimmerman case, is determine the outcome of this case, without a doubt.
To give up his seat, and it cost that young white kid. Your hands to yourself.
That's what needs to be taught here. And to tell this young brother to give up your seat, give me your seat, this ain't no damn Rosa Parks era. You just can't go to a young black man and say, give up your seat. He had a right to sit there. And so that brother had his back of the bus moment and refused to give up his seat, and it cost that young white kid his life.
Oh, sorry. Then Anthony told him, oh, well, now you have to punch me. Punch me and see what happens. What he's trying to do, in my opinion, is escalate this situation to justify what he is already made up in his mind. He has already decided he wants to kill this white boy. That's what he's decided. And now he's armed inside of his backpack. He's escalating it on purpose. He could walk away. No one's keeping him there. And he is purposely escalating it in his mind because he thinks, oh, I'm going to get a free kill here. I'm going to get to take this boy's life.
Why does he gotta walk away? He was there first, bitch. Why he gotta walk away? White boy came over here fucking with him. I think he was excessive with the, using the knife, stabbing that boy. I mean, shit, he could have kicked him and whatever. I feel he was just too excessive. Yeah, just from what I'm hearing about the cases, he kind of like challenged the guy. That's how they do.
And then I'll go tell the
40. I'm hearing he got 40 years.
Cops it was self-defense. Austin then grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and that's where he stabbed him. Carmelo Anthony deliberately escalated this situation to, in his mind, justify taking this kid's life.
As you can see, the left and the right are spinning this like insane on stuff, but I'm here to give you the facts.
Listen up. If you've been injured in a recent car accident, what you do next can make or break how much money you get. Here's the biggest mistake.
This is what Nate the Law.
Now, before we get started, here's a quick word from our sponsor, Goldcrest Metals. All right, you know what I keep hearing from people lately? My money's in the market, and I don't trust it anymore, especially after it dropped like a rock. I get it. We've seen trillions wiped out. The dollar is losing major ground, and no matter what they promise on TV, your savings keep taking the hit. Meanwhile, gold is not just surviving. It's up 28% this year. He's a 17-year-old, and he lives in North Texas. He's an honor student, captain of the football and track teams at his high school there in Texas. Now, this is Austin Metcalf. He was an honor student with a 4.0 GPA and a member of the National Honor Society. He's also a linebacker on a football team, voted most valuable player. Now, for our facts, we're going to go right to the documents, the official arrest report for Carmelo Anthony. Now, there may be other people saying things outside of this document, but I'm going to pretend they do not exist right now because this document are the facts that police and prosecutors are going to use for this prosecution. Now, I'll set the scene. This is a track meet at a high school, and we have a pop-up rain shower. Carmelo Anthony is looking for refuge from the rain and runs under the tent for the opposing team. And our facts start from there. Now, in the police report, the first witness was interviewed by Officer Wetzel. As the police report says, this witness was sitting under the Memorial High School pop-up tent with his team and was near the victim, Austin, and the suspect, who was later identified as Carmelo Anthony. So this is an eyewitness to the event. So here this eyewitness says Anthony was from Centennial High School and was sitting under the Memorial High School tent. Austin had told Anthony that he needed to move out from under their team's tent, and Anthony grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside and proceeded to tell Austin, touch me and see what happens. No one really thought Anthony really had any weapons in his bag, and Austin proceeded to touch Anthony, and then Anthony told Austin to punch him and see what happens. A short time later, Austin grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, and Anthony pulled out what blank recalled as a black knife and stabbed Austin once in the chest and then ran away. Okay, so in a nutshell, this witness has just said Anthony was under the wrong tent. Austin, the victim, told him to leave. Anthony then grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside, says, quote, touch me, see what happens. Austin then does it. He touches him, but nothing happens at this time. It says Anthony then gave another warning to Austin to punch him and see what happens. Austin then grabbed Anthony, and that's when Anthony plunged the knife into Austin. Now, here is a second witness of the event that was interviewed.
You heard that?
Well, I guess. Why did he have to touch him twice?
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have to put his hands on him. I mean, to be all honest with him, even if he dared him, he didn't have to put his hands on him. So, I mean, I don't know. If he punched him, I mean, that's twice.
It said that Austin, grabbed Anthony.
He shouldn't have put his hands on him. He had no right.
Right. Definitely
That's what sparked it all. No matter what this boy said, like if this dude could put his hands on me, I'm gonna fucking kill his ass. He could be thinking that shit. But if the guy would have kept his cool and not touched me, you know. I'm not saying either is right, but
Right. That's how I'm looking at it.
you didn't have to touch him though. I mean, what would have happened if you didn't touch him?
Yeah. He made the decision to touch that man and it cost him his life.
Now, was it worth it in that manner? No, I don't think it was worth it in that manner.
Nah.
But you don't know if them dudes had priors. You don't know if this dude, that white dude, go around bullying people and it was one of those fed up moments.
Right. Decisions determine your destiny. He made the decision to grab dude. Probably came over, saw him like, hey man, you got to leave.
Like, why did he even have to come and talk to him, period?
Right.
There's no sign that said you had to be in another place.
He then grabbed his bag, opened it, and reached inside, says, quote, touch me, see what happens. Austin then does it. He touches him, but nothing happens at this time. It says Anthony.
He dare. Touch me and see what happens. Oh man, fuck you. They left that out because I don't think he just touched. He had to say something. So he was like, and you never know, the dude, Carmelo Anthony, he probably been bullied before. You know, even though he on the football team, he probably been bullied. I don't know. You don't know what that dude was going through.
Anthony then gave another warning to Austin to punch him and see what happens. Austin then grabbed Anthony, and that's when Anthony plunged the knife into Austin. Now, here is a second witness to the event that was interviewed by Officer Fisher. He says when another male who he didn't know, I'm assuming he's talking about Carmelo here, walked over and sat under the tent. Then said Austin, the victim, told this male that since he did not go to memorial, he had to leave the tent. Austin and the male went back and forth, and then Austin stood up and pushed the male to get him out of the tent. Now, the witness says during this time of arguing, the male was reaching around in his bag.
So Austin jumped in his face and pushed him. So other witnesses. So while that time he grabbing his anger. So, they finna let you push on me. I told you, push me and see what happens. What you gonna do, black boy? Ugh. Oh shit.
He had, it was at this time, the male took out a knife and stabbed Austin, then left the scene. Now, in both of these witness statements, they are claiming that Austin was the initial aggressor and Austin assaulted Anthony before the stabbing. If you don't know where...
Look like that. I'm sorry, you look like he takes steroids.
To start in Top Heroes World, the Springland is a great place to start. There are low-level enemies and villages
where one witness said he was warned twice and the second witness says he heard the first warning. So where does this leave us? Well, again, based on the witness statements, Anthony was being assaulted by Austin, who essentially was trying to remove him from the tent. And now, since Anthony was the one being assaulted, he legally can employ self-defense to repel that attack. As an example, if Anthony slaps Austin, or if Anthony punches Austin in the face, that would be appropriate based on the level of force that's being used against Anthony. But Anthony then pulls out a knife and stabs Austin. So now that moves us to a discussion about self-defense and whether Anthony is going to be successful in his claims of self-defense. And as you saw again from the witness statements in the police report, Austin was warned by Anthony once, maybe twice, to not assault him. And we also know that the level of force being used by Austin was minimal. We're talking about pushing, shoving, but in none of the witness statements does it suggest that Austin, the victim, employed deadly physical force against Anthony before the stabbing. Now, in this particular case, the perpetrator, Anthony, is going to argue self-defense. Now, the first thing I have to point out is self-defense is what's known as a justification. It's saying, I did it. So Anthony is saying, I did it. I killed him, but I was
was justified in doing it. Now, based on the preliminary witness statements, it seems appropriate to believe that Anthony could have employed reasonable self-defense against the assault from Austin, the pushing, the shoving to get out of here, that type of thing. Now, since we're talking about self-defense in Texas, here are the 5 core principles of self-defense in any state and the Texas Penal Code, which references these principles. Now let's go over the 5 principles. Innocence, you can't be the aggressor or provoke the attack. Imminence, the threat must be immediate. It can't be something way in the future. Proportionality, the force must match the threat. Now when it comes to the principle of avoidance, Texas is a stand your ground state, and there's no duty to retreat if you're lawfully present in a place. And you also have to make sure you're not provoking the conflict. That goes back to innocence. And then last but not least, reasonableness. Your belief for needing to use force must be reasonable under the circumstances. As you see here, Texas law only allows you to use deadly force against deadly force threats. Now, based on the witness statements, it doesn't look like any of these threats were deadly force threats. And Texas law is clear. You can only respond to deadly physical force with deadly physical force. The next issue that the Carmelo family is going to have an issue with is the reasonableness factor of it. Was it reasonable for Carmelo Anthony under that tent to believe that there was a deadly physical force threat present that he had to respond to? Remember, you're at a track meet. There are teachers, coaches, other students. So in that context, do you believe Carmelo Anthony was justified in believing that he was being reasonable in employing deadly physical force? Now, there's another case from New York that's very similar, but the context is different and the outcome is going to be different. This is the Jordan Williams case. Now, Jordan Williams claimed to be employing self-defense against a homeless man who was unarmed, shirtless, and had slapped him and his girlfriend. And he pulled out a knife and stabbed and killed the homeless guy. Now, the facts are the homeless guy was unarmed. He wasn't employing deadly physical force, just basic physical force, pushing, shoving, that type of thing, as you will see in a second on the video. And Jordan was the one who employed deadly physical force. That wasn't proportional to the force that was being employed against him and his girlfriend. Here is the video.
You understand what I'm going to do? Stop it. No, you see this? Why don't we put that man?
So now, as you see from this camera footage, the 2 men are in the corner struggling, and one of those men pulls out a knife and then stabs the other guy.
Get your hands off of him! Get your hands off of her!
This is the accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
Stop! I just had that shit with you. I just slapped him. I'm gonna go to jail.
Now, just so we're all on the same page, that homeless guy was unarmed and he was applying force, not deadly physical force, to this particular couple. Now, in full disclosure, in this case, I believe that Jordan acted in self-defense. And so did most of the YouTube commentary world, even my friend Actual Justice Warrior. He also believed that Jordan acted in self-defense and did a whole video on it. Now, the results of the Jordan Williams case is that Jordan Williams was found to have employed self-defense and was not charged. His charges were dropped. Now, the first question you're going to ask me is, Nate, you're being inconsistent. How can you believe Jordan Williams employed self-defense when he essentially did the same thing as this other kid, Carmelo Anthony? Now, the reason why I believe these cases are different is because if you've ridden a New York City subway and you're trapped on a train car and someone is trying to assault you and your girlfriend you're trying to protect, that's a totally different situation than you being in an arena where it's raining and you're around coaches, teachers, other students, not trapped on a train. And employing self-defense against some random drunk homeless guy is different than employing it versus a competitor at a school event. And before the race hustlers start coming out and say, well, you're being racist, Jordan Williams is black. Carmelo Anthony is black. And the reason why I believe we are coming to these different conclusions on these 2 different events is because the circumstances surrounding them are so vastly different. Now, I know that explanation is going to be unsatisfying to a lot of you, but this is the world we live in, and the law is all about nuances. But now, let's turn our attention back to the Carmelo Anthony case. Now, when it comes to self-defense, Carmelo Anthony is going to have 2 bites at the apple. He's first going to argue for perfect self-defense, meaning that he was 100% justified in employing self-defense in that particular situation, even employing deadly physical force. Now, if the jury doesn't buy that argument and he's not successful, then Carmelo Anthony could argue imperfect self-defense. Now, in Texas, imperfect self-defense is when someone truly believes they must use force to protect themselves, but in reality, that belief is unreasonable. See, in Texas, if you honestly felt that your life was in danger, the law won't excuse what happened if you overreacted, but it could lower the murder charge to something like a manslaughter charge, but only after you're convicted of murder. Now, there's a case from Texas in 1980 that explains this. It's called Evans v. State. Now, in that case, the defendant, Charles Evans, entered a Houston jewelry store armed with a gun, and he attempted to rob the store.
Ready to lose the hat and regrow the hair? With Choose by Hims, you can regain your hair and your confidence.
Now, when Evans pulled out his gun, the store manager drew his gun and fired, hitting Evans. Then as the store manager advanced toward Evans with the gun pointed, Evans then shot and killed the store manager. Now, the court in Texas held that since Evans was fired upon first, that he was able to raise imperfect self-defense. So the highest court in Texas reversed the death penalty judgment and remanded it back to the trial court so they can figure out what the appropriate punishment would be, allowing Evans to argue imperfect self-defense. So in the case of Carmelo Anthony, if he is not successful arguing self-defense and he's convicted of murder, he can then argue imperfect self-defense at the penalty stage, and that charge can be mitigated from murder to manslaughter. Now, prediction. Well, when it comes to perfect self-defense, I think Carmelo Anthony is going to have a tough time, because if you look at the provocation, if you look at the context, where they were at, who else was around, it didn't seem like there was a deadly physical force threat that Carmelo Anthony could have legitimately responded to. Remember, pushing and shoving, slapping, that's not enough to then pull out a knife and stab someone. But I do think he has a real possibility of getting imperfect self-defense, because you can make the argument he was honestly scared for his safety, but just overreacted, which would at least let him argue imperfect self-defense if he's convicted of the murder charge. Now, obviously, this whole assessment can change at the drop of a hat. If the video comes out and shows something different, or more witnesses give statements that give more context to the situation. Now, it's your time to play juror. Do you think Carmelo Anthony is going to be able to argue successfully that he employed perfect self-defense, essentially giving him a free pass on this homicide? What about imperfect self-defense?
Hell no. Yeah, he definitely gonna probably have to appeal that. 40 years is a lot. Damn. Through his career away, just that one little decision was fucked up. But like the brother said earlier, like what was dude's he felt the need to come and fuck with dude. Okay, he had the audacity to try to get him up out that tent, because he wasn't part of the team or whatever. The rapper Chopper City goes off on Kid Cudi for testifying against Diddy. Said that was
period. Now, the thing that I want to get clear is, with my art of dialogue interviews, you heard me, things that I said, you heard me, back in the G, I probably couldn't even say it because nobody would have believed me, you know. But now that people understand that I was keeping it real, you heard me, keeping it G. When I told people, when I was in Floyd Mayweather's strip club and I seen Cassie, and she's like, Chop, come here. And she told me that Diddy blew up Kid Cudi car. It's ironic and funny that when it come out now, you dig, everybody like, wow. Y'all gonna see it now, you're gonna say, wow. Everything Chop's saying, bro, he's telling the truth. So how I feel about it is this. I didn't think Kid Cudi needed to be there. You understand? I feel like Diddy has already been crucified enough, you heard me, to the point where he didn't need Kid Cudi to do that to him, because all Kid Cudi did as a black man is let these people know that, you know, he's capable of doing these things. I didn't think Kid Cudi needed to be there. I didn't, you know, as a black man, you know, as a woman, as a black woman, or just a woman, period, that's understandable. But as a black man, you don't go and kick a man while he's down. And I felt like it was allegedly, because even this, you know, and this is a real source for my people who went to court. Shout out to my dog Rennie, you heard me? Just got off the phone with him. He went to court today because he keep me updated on what's going on, you know? And he told me that everything was, Kid Cudi kept saying was allegedly, which means I have no valid proof that Diddy actually did that. Because when Kid Cudi called Diddy, he said Diddy was just calm, he was cool, he was collective, and Diddy was like, what are you talking about? So as a black man, and this has nothing to do with race, but period, as a black man, I thought it was a sucker move for Kid Cudi to go there and testify, because I know they didn't subpoena him. You dig? I think that he willingly went up there and did some sucker shit. But on the other end of the double-edged sword, Kid Cudi, he never glamorized gangster. He never glamorized thug. So at the end of the day, you know, he's a poet and he's an artist. And he is also a Samaritan. So how can we as the black minority people feel a way when a Samaritan get up there and do that? So that's why I say, you know, it's a double-edged sword, is because where I'm from, that's not right. Because you don't kick a man while he's down, especially a black man coming from nothing. You understand? But on the other end of my other conscience, he quite didn't do anything wrong because he's a Samaritan. He's not a thug, he's not a gangster, he don't live a street life. So
Monday CRM has the best AI feature in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me, email.
What you was about to say?
He ain't make no sense. You know, he's trying to stay on the good side of Diddy. That's all that is.
Right. The Good Samaritan side. Like, nigga, you straight on the fence. Either he was a sucker for jumping on the stand or not. He felt that, I mean, we know that Kid Cudi ain't no street dude. He was the boyfriend on the side. And he got caught up with a jealous boyfriend. Allegedly, Diddy blew up his whip, Ferrari or whatnot. And allegedly, he broke in his house. I don't know. Still, we still gotta get to some hard evidence, yo. So what y'all think out there? Y'all let me know. I still feel that, yeah, Diddy is cooked. But, man, is Diddy gonna be the only one going down for this stuff? Is Diddy gonna take the stand? Some say he should, some say he should. Yeah, I wasn't trying to go too long. Went a little bit longer than I thought. I looked at the time. Oh shit. So we're going to come back to this one right here. This one powerful. I want to check this out with y'all. So y'all put your thinking caps on, bust out the pen and pads, and get into that. This is like 36 minutes, half an hour, a little bit over half an hour. So we're gonna tap back in for sure. Next time we go live, we're gonna tap in. I'm gonna bring Brother Push through, and he gonna conduct the class on creature. You know what I'm saying? Can all creatures, creation, be saved? Good question. So we're gonna dive into that. Y'all follow Push. He got his new website. Make sure y'all go to First Fam West Radio and go to subscribe to Fam West TV _TV2 and subscribe to Big Nutter 804 No Capper TV 951. Appreciate everybody. We out. Y'all have a good holiday. That's what y'all into.
What's up, What's up?
Yeah, and ain't no debate, yeah, I know I'm a threat. I'ma still ride dirty and catch one yet. Didn't see a CEO when he tucking the black. I ain't I'm coming. Watch out, come on this bitch, let's go. Wabo, whoa, Wabo, whoa, yeah. Hey, Joe, still with you, nigga, let's go. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm living better. Oh, I'm living better. Oh, I'm living better. Go hop on the jet. Okay, I'ma step. Okay, I'ma step. Okay, I'ma step. I step on your set. I'm way overseas. I'm high in the trees. I throw you a P if I know where you at. I know you a man. Just take it and leave. I throw you 100 to go over west. On the cool 2 milli, look right with a vet. With a brand new rollie, I might go protect. I ain't chasing no bitch, let them know I'm the cat. Let them come in the gate, I ain't ducking no rat. And I know too much to be fucking with rats. We'll go do us and go fuck up a check. My mother a 50 and fuck up the rest. I'm fucking her titties, you know she a net. Pop out with a Glock, left out the vet. Yeah, and ain't no debate, yeah, I know I'm a threat. I'ma still ride dirty and catch one yet. Going CSPO and he tucking the play. I ain't ducking a nigga, I'm thugging with killer. I'ma say what I want, I ain't fucking with niggas. Got his bitch like Boo, the one in the realest. Big mob, whenever I come in the trench, getting money, he fast, he handle his business. He handle that business. Yeah, he handle his business. Yeah, I fuck with a nigga, but business is business. We can do what it do when the business get finished. Pack drop, get the shit gone 1 minute. Send him a box, but one none in it. Got new Louis bag with the money on it. Whole lot of digits. Mama, I did. When the shit in the air, can't go in the trenches. No, yeah, you know when it's tennis. 200K, I was pressing and benching. Yeah, I'm a hell of a nigga. With a new bag, get him toe tag, we did it. Yeah, but I won't admit it. Niggas is niggas, burning they bridges. I was just locked up watching the ceiling. I'm one of them ones who ain't faking, I live. Got an MJ game, but I dunk like Pip. But I telling me stick to this shit, I'm a tip. Better stay out the way, cause you know niggas tipping. You niggas fuck up the money on bitches. Damn, it blew up a M in the trench. Yeah, hop in the cat, go fish. Got too much to lose, so why would I risk it? Fuck, I'ma risk it for. Why would I risk it? Too much to lose, so why would I risk it? Why would I fuck this shit up at where the fuck I'm at right now? Turn me up, holding my weight, I'm a goddamn gym. Shit might pop cause this man been spending. I'ma turn up from Mario, stamped on the pendant. Them niggas flexing the whip and it's rented. Anything I'm riding in to be tenant. Towing a new FN, I'ma send it. Big bruh send you the drop, go spin it. We make a block top out with them switches. I'm sending the blessing, I'm making them nail it. I got a none nigga bitch on the head list. Big ass pockets, they filled with them dead men. So much pride of this shit make your head spin. You got a problem with me, nigga, say it then. I got them coming to Chuck when the meds in. I'm in this bitch house knocking the bed in. Switch like a vibe, the shit gon' spread then. I got the sock in the house in the pen. I'ma talk my shit, please let me in. Cutting the shit so the streets on fin. Nigga ain't take shit from me, that's bent. Nigga hold up 50, ain't pay 1 cent. Don't play no joke when I'm hitting that nigga. Turn around from the back, I'ma give her that dick. I ran it up, I was just on the lick. I was just on the licks. Yeah. I ran it up, I was just on the licks. Get back to Vernon Avenue, his churches on me coming from Imperial.
Shout out to Political Street View.
DJ Flip, make the money flip. Got up out the office cause I know my PO tripping on me. Took the blower out the bushes, now the weapon on me. Gotta make it back to Vernon Avenue, his churches on me coming from Imperial and Normandy. They catch me and they stepping on the Brewers, man, you gotta be a shooter. Cause don't nobody like us, so I'm mobbing with the Ruger. Somehow I made it to Imperial and over, and the Astros bounced out a PT Cruise. Chanky. Soon as niggas bang, I try to spank him. This old bitch came out busting like his auntie. Breaking down the back street trying to shake it. And then a pack of Detroit Tigers came to save me. What? Know them niggas saved me with the glove, but they ain't like Houston, that was hood. The shit that really sucked is I ain't even get a ride or nothing. Them niggas cracked it off and hit a cut. Fuck. Then I cross Fig like it's safe for a morning. I ain't even know that I was looking like a target. The Brooklyn Dodgers ran up on me out apartment. Then the old nigga said, ain't you running up the artists? I'm like, yeah. He like, nigga, we gon' let you step. I hurry up and leave for niggas trip. I'm like, nigga, bet. Man, I gotta make it to the set. And I don't know the east, I'm from the west. So I got it in my jeans, billing down spring. Need some more bullets, man, I only got like 3. The nigga pull up on me, he gon' get the whole tree. Gotta cross the light and seen a pack of Wolverine. And you know I'm from the 10, what that mean? I'm Milwaukee up, bro, he had the whip, that's some shells, so we mounted up. He give me the shells, then he tell me if they spot the truck, nigga, you can buzz, just don't try to have the window up. What the fuck, boy, I'm on the run. You on the ride or what? You can walk your ass up Pedro until you body something. Hell no. Either way, a nigga might just have to go through mail call and all these stupid bitches that ain't picking up my jail call. Slide down Pedro, you like, look, there go to Smigos. We in St. Louis and the birds get on the Rico. Yeah, I said birds, I ain't talking about an eagle. They shooting up the car, this nigga crashed to a street pole. I slam back, yeah, that. It felt like my hand cracked. Hoping I ain't broke my hand again up on that nigga dad. Chase me back to 87th Street and then I bang last. And seen the Oakland A's, but I got little, so they seen the hat. Knew if I went west, then I would be right back in Houston. If I went north, that's the Cardinals and they trooping. Most Georgetown on the east with the movement, but I just don't be knowing where they coolin'. I swear to God, broke down Manchester, ran into the Hoyas. Throw up Georgetown, niggas take me to the Sawyer. The homie like an hour if you wait here, I can roll you. But if you got a slide, bro, I got a bike for you. Now I'm on a bike sliding down Broadway. And I swear
swear down the Boston, nigga, everything straight. Then I 58 thinking everything great. Then them niggas out of Boston got to running out the gate. Like New York killer, we ain't fucking with you niggas. I got right up off the bike, they don't know I got a pistol. So I'm whipping out this cannon, I'm a pirate to the grist. Bust twice and the whole clip gone. Get him! Nigga left the bike, got to breaking down grand. 52nd, 51st, I'm almost to the land. And if I make a left, I'm still in Houston, nigga, damn. And all them niggas knowing who I am. And then I hit a fence, old lady looking mad at me. I told her, man, chill, please, my phone ain't got no battery. She said, baby, runner, is that you, boy, is Madeline. She used to fuck with the big homie, who I'm out of here. Oh, I remember you. Can you take me to Vernon? Yeah, right there, Vernon the Fig. That'll work. Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. I'm on games, I'm dangerous. Only in my baseball cap, National Washington, fitted in the colors, it's sickening. Only in my baseball cap.
FirstFanRadio.com. FirstFanRadio.com.